Welcome to Enchanted Art by Emily. I'm Emily, and I'm here to bring you another sketchbook tour. This is for, I have to literally look at it, Sketchbook 5. And this sketchbook tour and my future sketchbook tours are going to be a little different. Instead of doing a voiceover where I'm like talking about my life as if it's like a synopsis of the story of my life, these videos, like this one specifically, and my future sketchbook tours, I'm actually talking through the page spreads and going through the sketchbook itself, because these were a little bit more current. And 5 through now 9 I've been making in this studio space in my house with the same partner in my life. And the only big life changes is just like what's happened with my pets or the birth of my my nephew. But for the most part, most of it is my daily life is pretty similar, and the journey I'm on is pretty similar, except for I guess now I'm starting to go through another one of my evolutions. But yeah, so from this for this sketchbook, you will actually hear me like flipping through the pages and actually talking to you about the individual sketches and then that's how I plan to do for 6, 7, and 8, and hopefully for 9. If I get 9 done by the end of the year, we'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, so we're gonna hop right into it. Let's go! Yay! Please ignore the messiness of my desk. It is what it is when you have a white desk and you paint, you know? All right. Here we are with Sketchbook 5, a very minimal cover. I was still kind of, I think, going through or coming out of like an art block. I don't know. I can't fully remember why, but I just kind of I wanted something a little bit simpler. So we'll just hop right in. Got my normal stickers. This is because I got these really cute ones from being a patron for a game called Puff Pal Islands that I think is still in beta, alpha? I don't remember, but here's the welcome page. I didn't write the dates down of when I was in this sketchbook anywhere, so, you know. It was clearly, I think, a little bit after Christmas because I had a bunch of gift cards to a local art store. And so I went and bought a bunch of different new art supplies, hence why this page is just a full swatch page. And I was planning my sister's baby shower. So I have a lot of little sketches in here that have to do a lot with the invitations for the baby shower and like little signage and stuff like that for the party itself. Because it was the beginning of the year, I started to think about how I wanted to have my bullet journal look like. So I've got those sketches also in here. But I also was getting back into just doing some art. So you can see, love this. I liked the sketch a little bit more, but the colors did come out nice. I was thinking about what I would do if, wanting to be a commission artist. So I made a bunch of plans for my commission art stuff, and then I wrote out what they could potentially look like and how I wanted to change them. And so then I printed them and kept like a little version of them in here. And then went back to just kind of sketching some fun, cute little, I was really into like the little forest spirits we see across different media, video games, books, movies. And these two were creations done by this artist. She made them 3-dimensionally as like little sculptures, and they were so cute I had to draw them. And then I got to make garden beds for my garden, and I was planning out what ones were going to go where and how it was going to work and all that. I followed along with a draw-fee video for these ones where they had to combine two different folklore creatures, I think it was. Don't really remember the actual episode, but I had it on and I said, I gotta do this too. So I did it. Then I got commissioned for a D&D NPC character for one of my friends for their D&D campaign. So I took a bunch of notes and started sketching that. This was for my spiritual journal that I keep, and I want to make it kind of look like a cute artsy bullet journal vibe as well. And I continue to do some different sketches for the commission itself, while also just kind of sketching my own characters. If you can hear weird cardboard rubbings, my cat is currently playing with his scratch board behind me, so my apologies if you can hear him. Here they are, more of the baby shower plannings. And the gift that everyone was supposed to bring for the baby shower was a onesie that could represent you. And so I wanted to make a onesie that looked like the Starcaptor book cover, because my sister and I used to love watching that show as kids, so I thought it'd be kind of cute. And here's a finalized version of the commission I did for my friend. And I'll put the final piece here like I normally do for my sketchbook covers. Whenever I don't know what to always draw or practice with, I tend to go towards like animated screen caps, but because I didn't want to go towards like the traditional, girly vibe, I wanted to go towards a more fun vibe. I went more with Cusco. This was because I wanted to make this for my nephew. It's just a cute little illustration, and because he really likes Growlithe, and I made Growlithe very inspired by a Crocodile Dundee. I just felt like that was kind of the vibe. And this was, I think I was just playing around with mushroom shapes, and I saw this amazing cute little bird on Instagram from these guys, and I had to draw them. There's a little bird in a propeller hat. How could I not? Just watched Bullet Train for the first time, and I was obsessed with these two characters. So here they are. I really like how this orange came out. This was me planning for a fun thing for my dessert job that I do. I wanted to go back to drawing my cute little kitties. Not my actual pets. I have these OC cat characters that I made a really long time ago. And I wanted to just kind of bring them back. This was practicing drawing girlies. I think I wanted to try to make some character style swaps or something. I was just playing around. Then I had to kind of remind myself why I like to be creative and how I like to be creative. So I created this kind of collage piece that I think is awesome and is actually a really good use to have as an example of this is what I can do with my art and how I can help you create something cool. This is a creature from my original creative story that I'm writing. And it's a girl that can help spirits cross over in the afterlife kind of thing. But if you don't fully let them help, or they don't get crossed over, they start to get lost, can't find their way. And if they get too lost, the soul becomes corrupted. And I was trying to figure out how that might look. This was inspired by this weird painting that I saw, scrolling somewhere. And I just said I liked how the form was crawling. So I wanted to capture that here. I also played Minecraft for the first time when I was in this sketchbook. And anything that you might know about me as a gamer, or you actually might not know about me as a gamer, I should say, I am a big planner. So I wanted to plan out what my house could potentially look like in my little farm that I wanted to have in this Minecraft server. Then I saw someone, I don't know where I saw it, if even it was someone else's idea, or I just came across the idea that I wanted to create the Last Supper, the big most famous, I think it was, oh my gosh, Da Vinci's most famous for his Last Supper painting. I don't remember. Correction. Put it here. But I wanted to create that, but with some of the characters from the world that I have been building and for forever and writing in my creative stories. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. And so I wanted to start creating more of like ideas of what the characters might actually look like for that picture. So I started with my little, my fierce guardian Tark. And he's supposed to be like made out, his skin's supposed to like be reminiscent of of like rocks and crystals. It's kind of my vibe because they live up in the plains and above where a lot of the mining goes and stuff like that. Still kind of ironing out some of the details still about the different cultures of my world. And that's been really fun. And I just did a lot of figure practice. And then this was a sketch because I really wanted to play with some gouache to paint this scene from Howl's Moving Castle. I have a love-hate relationship with this page. Like, it's very painterly, but also I remember at the time it just wasn't working the way I wanted to work, but now looking at it, I'm like, man, that's actually kind of fun. I had this, like these little paper scraps from a paper company that I ordered stuff from, and I wanted to do something with them, and I wanted to play with my Posca pens. So this little thing was created. And a couple years ago, I was really into there was a couple sketchbooks I showed bunnies and sweaters, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. This was a day I didn't want to make art. I didn't know how to make I didn't know how I wanted to make art. So I kind of threw blobs on the page and then kind of drew on top of it. That very much that what is it called? Oh my goodness. The opposite coloring book, I don't know what it's called. Whatever it's called. More figure drawing. Really like the line of action for this one. I wanted to start doing like a little challenge for myself, so I thought I'd write down the alphabet and then make my little OC cats doing something with them, and then that never happened because I was like, whatever, it was an idea. Didn't really care for it. But that did make me want to draw cats. And here's another one of my OC characters from the story. And what she might turn out to look like. This is me. I think I was just having a day where I wanted to paint a moth. So I started to sketch, and then I think I just went straight into painting one. Then I got randomly out of the blue commissioned to do a mural for a kid's bedroom, and they love the Jungle Book. So that's kind of where we started, and this is the plan. That this is where their bed was going to be. This was their window, and this was going to be the corner between the two to include all these characters. And then I put, so like the window would go here, their bed would lay here, and it was actually really a lot of fun. And I really liked exploring kind of like, it felt very, I was painting very like storybooky, because actually weirdly in high school, I'll go back to this page. Weirdly in high school, I was helping my art teacher paint the set for, a Snow White production that I was also actually in, and just her idea of like, don't add too much detail because it's gonna be far away anyways. You just need to give them like the hint of what could be there. And I kind of took that and really used it here. And I think the murals came out really, really good. And the kid absolutely loved it. The dad absolutely loved it. So it was like, yay, to the point he he had his brother then commissioned me, which you'll see sketches later on. Some more figure stuff. Wanted to play around with more of like a chibi style, and then that turned into me drawing. I don't know, this pose made me think of like a little swamp gremlin. Sorry, my cat's now trying to play in a paper bag. I wanted to have a day of, I was doing a lot of research for my mom's 60th birthday party, and we wanted to go for like a 60s themed, and I loved how it looked. And so then I made this page, but I just thought I'd put a very, adult word in it just to kind of bring some humor to the page. And then this is me trying to figure out how to make a sign for my mom's birthday. Then when we finally had the mural finished, the father realized we forgot to put King Louis in, and he thought it'd be really fun to add King Louis in. So on one of the opposite corners, I got to put this little guy. And it was kind of where the kid's dresser was. So it's kind of looking like he's hanging over. It was kind of cute. For my dessert job, I got a cheesecake order to make for one of my coworkers' nephews. And I actually knew him. And she was like, would it be okay if you drew something on the top of the box for him? So I created this for him. He was into Catan. It's his birthday. He has a cat. He likes video games. And him and I had always bonded over talking about Portal in high school. So I kind of put a Portal in there for him. And she was really excited, and he ended up really liking it. More figure drawing. Barely can see because it was very light. I chose a very light pencil that day, apparently. This was some more. I think you might all know who the character is if you have heard anything about any book on Book Talk and all that. So I think you can make some guesses who this is. More figure drawing. Don't know why there's tape here. Don't know what this was for. Maybe it was just practicing fonts? I don't remember. I really don't. And I don't know what this all means down here either. But this is the next commission for a child's bedroom mural that I got. And they really like Winnie the Pooh. The youngest really likes Winnie the Pooh. Excuse me. So they really liked Winnie the Pooh. And so I designed some Winnie the Pooh characters. Well, I didn't design them. I kind of looked at them and figured out how I want to put them in a style that I could make as a mural. And I wrote down all the colors I was going to want, all that good stuff. And then I think I was like getting most of the sketches done and was about to be done with their room. And they're like, wait, where's Kanga? So then I put Kanga peeping around a tree. And then the eldest daughter is really into solar systems. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really fun. And because I didn't want to paint it like too heavily dark with black, I was like trying to figure out how to paint it and have like this cool swirling effect, like almost the Milky Way with the solar system, like the planets kind of popping in and out of it. And I had actually a lot of fun with this mural as well. Well, more fun. Well, I had fun. I had fun with all three. I just think technique wise, I got to do a little bit more extra with the solar system one. This is, I just need to fill in a page. Kind of wanted to just play around with color. Some character development and just wanting to practice drawing people and characters and stuff like that. So I made this kind of little illustration. This is me playing with the actual colors that I got for the mural to try to give it that spacey cloud nebula kind of feel. More figure drawing. Sometimes if I don't know how to fill in a page, I'll just like make these swatches of color and then fill them in slowly with just fun little illustrations. And I always kind of like how they turn out. I painted something on this page, and then I painted something on this page with like a really bright orange, and I for some reason was like, I need to like create this cool little figure drawing thing here. Based off the sketch, I think it was I painted this is the purples from painting a still life or a still shot of a landscape in Slime Rancher 2, I think. And then the orange based off the sketch might be a landscape screenshot of some place in Breath of the Wild, because it has that orange background. I think I painted it orange. And I just then wanted to put a gold, because I think I just got a new gold gel pen too. I was like, I want to do a really cool figure drawing inside that square to then add a cool texture around it with watercolor. I don't know, I was just having fun with this page, clearly. This was planning my Slime Rancher Slime Ranch. And then again, did the color swatches and kind of just filling them in. Really love the line of action in this one. I think I was then gonna like make this as a whole big illustration, and then I think I just left it as a sketch. Kind of liked how it looked. Some Slime Rancher stuff. When again, if I don't know what to draw, I find different ways to draw, and sometimes it's just my hyperfixations. And that this year was when in the sketchbook I started to get really hyperfixated back into Slime Rancher because Slime Rancher 2 had just dropped. I love this little guy. Oh. Some animal sketches. This was because at my dessert job, I was at this time also a server, and one of the other servers was talking about how they have a little tortoise and they take him out to like eat the dandelions because they love eating dandelions. But because he doesn't want to lose him, sometimes he'll like, tie a little balloon to him so you can kind of see where the little tortoise is going. And I just love that idea to the thought like it'd just be funny if like the little tortoise was so small that even a balloon could lift them up. So I made a little cute illustration about that. Then I saw, because scrolling through miscellaneous social medias, Pinterest, Instagram, I came across an artist did something like, I think they did something like this but a different color, and I wanted to practice it, and I wish I wrote down the artist that did the original. And I wanted to then play around with doing it like a layered thin illustration in other ways. One doing Stardew, because this made me think of Stardew. I think they did whales and whale sharks, and I chose to do it instead of whale sharks. I wanted to do the light up jellyfish from Stardew, and that's then why I went to this one with these slimes, and that turned into Slime Rancher, which made me think of cute cuddly things, I guess, and that turned into the capybara one, and I just had a lot of fun with it. Also, like, because I think I was watching someone stream like a capybara bath simulator or something like that. Like it was like a spa for capybaras, and it was like I don't know. Maybe that's why. So it was like all of these were heavily inspired by video games. Some more line drawing or figure drawing. More figure drawing. More figure drawing, except for now I was focusing more on specifically male characters and male models because I have a tendency to just try to want to draw just female characters or female presenting characters. I think this is also because I was reading Addie LaRue, and the character, the male main character and the love interest, he just sounded absolutely adorable, and he worked at a bookstore. So, hey, my dream job, or one of my dream jobs, I guess. So I wanted to draw it. And then we end with just these cute little freaking manatees with some more of the stickers from the Puff Pals. They're so cute. Love, love, love. What a great way to end the sketchbook. All right, there we were. Sketchbook 5. Ta-da! Let me know which sketch or little illustration or even like a whole page or whatever it is. Let me know what was your favorite, because I would love to hear it. I feel like I'm not allowed to pick a favorite. You never ask a parent who's their favorite child because they'll say they don't have one. Yeah, that's all, I guess. Yeah, so that was Sketchbook 5. I don't remember how to do an outro. So with that, I'm gonna just get on out of here because I do need to go grocery shopping. So I'm gonna go do that. And you stay enchanted. Bye. Wait, I didn't say it. Oh my gosh. I didn't tell you to also have a day. Have a day and stay enchanted. Bye.